Yes, peeps, this is Uncle Gabby. Yes, Gabby are touching some things right now, touching some topic right now. Where he's trying to help the young folks, and not necessarily only young folks and old, but mostly to the young folks and old, because you know the young folks, they need to know these things, and especially this is in general for people who getting into marriage, especially when you're young coming up. Make sure you have things in place for marriage. For marriage, make sure you have things in place for marriage, because if you don't have the necessary infrastructure for marriage, then marriage will becomes complicated. It will becomes like slavery, and especially you men on a whole, because you know why? At the end of the day, you going to be the one who will be the breadwinner. And what if you don't have things in place, or the necessary things in place for the family to carry on? In other words, it will be a disaster. And that disaster will come like even your own will turn against you. If your own children, your own wives, family, friends, and such the like. What I would like to emphasize, especially to the young people, when you're growing up and you reach a certain age, you need to continue your education. Continue your education, learn skills and trade also, so that these things is what you're going to use. These are the tools that you're going to use to earn income. As if you don't have these things, in other words, you're going back from one place to another, looking for a job to clean somewhere, or some on-demand job, or some simple job, wherein that you're going to get backs around, because at the end of the day, these jobs that you work the hardest, you get the less pay. Those who work the hardest and put out their strength and energy, yeah, they are the one that get the less. You understand? So that's when you're going to have bossing you around, supervisor pushing you around, manager pushing you here, pushing you there, and so forth, because they don't see you as nothing. They're going to see you like nothing. So the advice I would give to young people who coming up is that put in the necessary infrastructure. Don't make church people or anyone force you or push you into marriage early, at an early age, unless you have these things that you needed before you go into marriage. Make sure you're ready for marriage before you go into marriage, because going into marriage, you don't have trade, don't have skills, you never make nothing before, you don't have a place. You're gonna just get up and rent a place and say, you both live together. No, it will be struggling, it will be hard, it will be tough. You understand? Some people say, oh, I'm going to foreign country and so forth, so forth. Yes. But in foreign, what you guys don't know is that it worst, because foreign have more bills to pay, right? More work, more hours. You have to work more hours. You have to work 10 times harder than when you were in Africa or the Caribbean or other places. You understand? When you come to especially the first world country, England, America, Canada, and so forth, right? Opportunity is here for schooling and so forth. But think about it. When you come, you're going to face a hard time first, maybe for a long period of time before you can take time, catch out. So that is not the answer. The answer is that you have to get something first. You know the saying that they say, especially in Jamaica, look somewhere to push your head before you push your cock. That is a whole proverb from those whole ancestral people before us, and is what they were telling us, that to get things in place, get an education, get a skill, get your own place that you own, right? Because first you need to you need even to buy a piece of land also, definitely, because you're gonna bring forth a generation. You understand? Because when we're talking about marriage here now, we're talking about family, and family consists of people. So in other words, some new people coming on the earth, wherein that you're gonna produce, you and your wife, or your wife and your husband. So the thing about it is that we know it's supposed to be a togetherness, yes, wherein one help the others, help the other, right? That's the way how it should be. But sometimes it doesn't go like that sometimes, you know. So the best thing and the best advice I would give, that one need to do the necessary, get things and have things first, work hard, achieve your house, achieve land house, right? And money in the bank. Prepare yourself before you have children. Prepare yourself. You can't have nothing and get up having children. It won't work. It's gonna be hard, stiff, and very difficult. Don't mind, sometimes you see some people get lucky. Some people may have luck, but some people don't, you know. So you can maybe have it the hardest. That's why so much problem in the world now, and so much poverty, poorness, and so forth, because most of the time family are making together. They don't put in infrastructure at the first, and because of mismanagement of putting in the necessary, in other words, things don't work out. Things don't work out. So this is what gonna hold marriage together. And the thing about it again too, you have to make sure you both party going into it with their heart together, you know, not a 50-50, 70, or a 90-10. You both have to give it full 100. You understand? And choose partner that you both love each other and put each other first. You understand? Put each other first, because once you have a relationship and you don't put, or you put in the other party first, while the other party putting other people becomes first priority. In other words, then the next one becomes that one slave, or becomes a prisoner in the relationship. So these are the things that one have to know, these things before they get into marriage. Marriage is not something that you would say you want a husband or you want a wife and just get up and marry it like that. First, you have to do your survey. You have to put things in place, your necessary infrastructure that should be there, because you shouldn't have children and you don't have a place to put them, right? Rent is not the best option. Owning your own place is the best option. That's the best option, right? Because renting a place is not yours. It's not yours. It's somebody place you are paying for. You're paying somebody else's mortgages. That's what you are doing. Paying off somebody else's mortgages. That's what you're doing, right? So the best thing to do, young people, you get an education, get skill, get a job, save money, put in all the necessary infrastructure before you enter into marriage. Because you enter into marriage, you is entering into a lifetime commitment, and it is a very serious one, and this can becomes a devastating if you never get it right by putting in the necessary before getting married. So when two people meet together, and even if they are poor, what they need to do before getting married, I think they should be putting infrastructure together, work together, get some things put together before marriage take place. Marriage should not take place with you have nothing, I have nothing, and we just depending on miracle to happen. It may never happen, and sometimes those miracles will take years to come. So it can be devastating. So marriage is something that it is a good thing, but it's a lifetime thing. Peace out.